Okay, now we're actually in the same spot we started before, where that garden is, but now we're spanning across the garage and coming to the deck. And here we have two boxes, deck boxes with petunias and geranium and sweet potato vines. And we come through here and you can see the side of the garage with more hostas and creeping jenny and ferns. We've got our lilies and our containers with a variety of flowers with some petunias and some geraniums and some coleus, and the big tub there with some cosmos around it. And here we have the seated bench area with the bee balm and the grasses behind it. And if you come up on the deck, you'll see some planters, and the other two boxes that also have petunias and geraniums and sweet potato vines. And behind which is the big lilac bush. We come back down. And I don't know if you can hear it right now, but we've got our two fountains going. One of them over here is the one that Phil made, which is just as cute as can be. It's a little frog, and you can see the water coming out. And it's got two pots, one on top of the other, and Phil made this, handmade this, which is so cool. And we've got our grass collection, and my big salute to the University of Illinois, red and blue planter here, and the seated patio area that Phil put in, and the garden that I put in front of it. Here's my shadow with the cosmos and the lilies and the creeping jenny and my beautiful hydrangea. And repeat on the other side. And there's the glorious air conditioner. And over here is the second fountain. It is Calla Lily design. You can hear it. Isn't it nice? And just some grasses and whatever that white stuff is in front of it. And behind with some bee balm and some butterfly weed. That's the orange. And I've got my little baby bridal wreath growing here. And there's a rose back there. It's real hard to see though. Then over here is the side garden. I put this in last year. I ripped it all up and put in a little Japanese maple, some grasses, a little color in front, because right now at this time of the year it just all looks green. And we've got some azaleas and some peonies, and there's rhubarb plant in there, which is a carryover from the beginning of time. And then if we span around here, you can see that part of the house again. You can see the fire pit deck. And we've got one little area here, which is a side garden with another hydrangea and some lilies. And we've got our two seated benches, the fire pit, and then we've got our containers. This is Phil's salute to the University of Illinois. It's red and blue, orange and blue. And this is the only place where my roses will grow and flower. So here's my white rose, which has got one flower right now. It had a whole bunch before, but it's down to one with a little area in front of it with cosmos and hosta. And here's my pink rose, which is pretty much in full bloom. So this is what happens to the roses on the fire pit deck. Elsewhere I'll get leaves, but pretty much no blooms. And then the rest of the yard, we have apple trees, and two of those. And this little area back here, which is in transition, I've got some hostas and some ferns and some yarrow, and there's a cute little river birch in there and some more lilies. But we had a whole row of buckthorn trees pulled out of there, and we're going to put other stuff in there. So that's going to look a lot different come next year or the year after. We're hopefully going to put in a little waterfall feature in there. I'll turn around so you can see the back of the house and how that looks from back here, which I think it's coming along pretty nicely.